Because myths, even when false, reveal something true about us. They show our fears, our hopes, and our endless curiosity. Beyond the core legend of the Philadelphia experiment lies a web of fringe science theories, ideas that stretch the boundaries of conventional physics and venture into the speculative, the surreal, and the metaphysical. Some proponents of the story argue that the experiment was not just about invisibility or teleportation, but about accessing alternate dimensions. They suggest that the USS Eldridge was briefly shifted into a parallel reality, a space outside our known universe, governed by different laws of physics. This theory draws on concepts from quantum mechanics, string theory, and multiverse speculation. In quantum physics, particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously, a phenomenon known as superposition. Some theorists extrapolate this to suggest that entire realities could coexist, and that with the right technology, one could move between them. But mainstream physicists caution against such leaps. Dr. Rajiv Malhotra, quantum physicist. Quantum mechanics is often misunderstood. While it's true that particles behave in strange ways at the quantum level, these effects don't scale up to macroscopic objects like ships or people. The idea of shifting a destroyer into another dimension is not supported by any known theory or experiment. Still, the allure of alternate dimensions remains strong. It offers an explanation for the bizarre effect described in the legend: the disorientation, the time slips, the vanishing crew. If the ship entered a different realm, even briefly, it might explain the psychological and physical trauma reported by Allen. Another theory suggests that the experiment was part of a broader attempt to weaponize space-time, to create a system of instantaneous transport for military assets. This idea is often linked to the concept of wormholes, hypothetical tunnels through space-time that could connect distant points. Dr. Lydia Romero, astrophysicist. Wormholes are fascinating, but purely theoretical. They require exotic matter with negative energy density, something we've never observed. Even if they exist, stabilizing one would be incredibly difficult. The notion that the Navy created a wormhole in 1943 is not just unlikely, it's impossible. Despite these rebuttals, the theories persist. They are fueled by a mix of scientific jargon, speculative fiction, and a deep mistrust of official narratives. And they are not unique to the Philadelphia experiment. Throughout history, governments have been accused of conducting secret experiments that defy ethical and scientific norms. From Nazi human trials to Cold War psychological tests, the record is not clean. These real events lend credibility to the idea that something strange could have happened in Philadelphia, even if the details are distorted. One historical parallel often cited is the Manhattan Project, the secret U.S. program to develop nuclear weapons. Thousands of scientists worked in isolation, under strict secrecy, to create a technology that would change the world. The project was hidden from the public for years, and even many participants didn't know the full scope of what they were building. The Manhattan Project proves that large-scale, secret scientific efforts are possible. It also shows how dangerous such efforts can be when driven by wartime urgency and unchecked ambition. Could the Philadelphia experiment have been a similar project? One that failed, was buried, and later resurfaced through whispers and speculation? Among the most provocative claims tied to the Philadelphia experiment is the idea that the USS Eldridge didn't just vanish, it traveled through time. This concept, while fantastical, has become a central theme in many retellings of the story. But what does science actually say about time travel?